Okay, this one's a treat. The points on the plane lie in the same line. Write an equation of the line in both slope, intercept, and standard form. So we need two equations, slope, intercept, and standard. Okay. Now, so you do slope, intercept. Okay. We already know how to do it. We need 2 points. Okay. We need 2 xy points. Okay. So this is x, this is y. So on the x-axis, 1, 2, 3, up 2. Okay. So I'll pick this one and this one. You just need 2 of them. You just need to label 2 of them, not all 3 of them. I'll just pick these 2. There's not a reason I picked those 2. I just went with it. So on x, 1, 2, 3. You got to get the x and the y right. This point is at 3 on x. It's at 2 on y. This point is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on x and negative 2 on y. Okay. Now, slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b, but we have to find the m and the b. Now the b, remember, the m is the slope, and the b is your y-intercept. Okay. Now the y-intercept better be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because there's a point on the y-intercept, so I better end up with 6 here. Okay. But we'll find our slope. We'll go y minus y, x minus x. Okay. Okay, so start with your higher x. It'd be 6. Okay. 6, I'll put the negative 2 above it. And then 2 over 3. So it's going to be negative 4 over 3. So negative 4 divided by 3 is a decimal. If you second PRB it, then you get that crap. You do not want to write a mixed number as your slope. So if you do, ask yourself, can you really divide 4 and 3 by a common factor other than 1? Well, they don't both divide by 3. 4 divided by 3 is a decimal. How about 2? No, they'd both have to be even, so it'd just be 1. Dividing by 1 is kind of silly because they just stay the same. So that is my reduced slope. Okay, then b, y equals m times x plus b. Okay, so the m is negative 4/3, and then your y and x, I will pick this one. Doesn't matter which one you pick. Go put 2 for y and 3 for x. Remember, we better get 6 on this b because I can clearly see what the b is. Okay. See, I'm using, and some of you are like, well, why don't you just put 6? Well, because, see, this next one I'm going to do, I don't see where it crosses the y-axis. You're not always going to have that benefit, so I would stick with this. So b plus. So negative 4/3 times 3. I get negative 4. So then you add 4, and that's 6. 6 equals b. Okay, and that's it. That's your slope-intercept. Now the next part of this is the annoying part. Okay, if you're not annoyed already, if you're annoyed already, sorry, but then this one, the standard. I'm not a big fan of standard. That's why I don't make it a focal point in the curriculum. But you take that slope-intercept. First, you check if there's a fraction, and if there is, if you have something on the bottom, you're going to multiply it by 3, so it gets rid of the divide by 3. But you got to do it to all 3: the y, the x term, and the constant. So that's going to be 3y. Okay. Now, 3 times negative 4/3. Negative 4, so it's going to be negative 4x. See, it took out the divide by 3. Then 6 times 3 is going to be 18. Now for the next part. The constant at 18 has to be on this side all by itself. Then you bring the negative 4x to the other side of the equation. Now there's no x on the other side, so we're just going to bring that negative 4x over here, and then it will become positive 4x because it'd be like 0x plus 4x. So just move it here. It switches from negative to positive. And then put your 3y. 3y doesn't switch. It's already over there. So there's your standard form. 4x plus 3y equals 18. The point of that, I don't see it, but yeah. Okay. Okay, next problem. We want slope-intercept. And we want standard. Okay, those two things. So I'll pick these two. doesn't matter which 2 you pick. There's going to be 3. Okay, so x, y. So -1, -2, -3, that's your x. Then y, 1, 2. Okay, then right there you're at -2 on x. Then 3, 4, 5, you're at 5 on y. You should know how to label those, it's not hard. Now you should also, writing the mx plus b equation shouldn't be hard either. Okay, we've done that a lot in Algebra 1. So slope, y-intercept. So again, slope, y minus y, x minus x. Start with your higher x. -2 is higher than -3, so I go 5, -2. Then 2, -3. 5 minus 2 is 3. -2 minus -3 plus, that's going to be 1. 3 divided by 1 is perfect, it's 3, so 3x. Then b, again, I don't really see the b like I did on the last problem because there's no point on the y-axis, so it would cross the y-axis somewhere up here, okay? So y equals m times x plus b. Okay, so the m is 3. I'll use this, 2 for y, -3 for x. So b plus, and then -9, plus 9, plus 9, that's 11. 11 equals b. Now that makes sense. If this graph kept going, I'd be up here on the y-axis about 11. That would make sense. It crosses a y-axis, just not where I see it. So there's your slope-intercept. Y equals 3x plus 11. Okay. Now bring that over here. Now we don't have to multiply like we're doing here because we don't have a fraction. Okay. There's no fraction, so good. Now I just put my 11 by itself, bring the 3x to the other side where it would become -3x, and put your plus y. It's supposed to be x before the y on that side of the equals. So it's -3x plus y equals 11. Okay. Okay, I'll do one more. Slope, intercept, and standard. So I'll roll with this one and this one. So 0, -1, -2, -3 is your x. Then -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So slope, y-intercept. Okay, so slope, y minus y, x minus x from those points. Okay. You could also measure the slope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 over 6, but that's going to reduce. I think I'm going to end up with 8 over 6 here. So I'll start with the higher x, okay, 1 over 3, and then -7, -3. Remember, minus negative is plus plus, and that's 8 plus plus, that's 6. Okay, just like I said, 8 over 6. 8 divided by 6, well, that was ugly. Second PRB, still ugly. Okay, now, what could you reduce these by? Dividing them by 1's silly. Okay, don't do that. It just stays the same. Well, they're both even. Let's divide them by 2. So that'd be 4 over 3. Okay, then I can't divide by 2 again because, 3's odd. Kind of doesn't work when you divide an odd number. So 4 over 3. That's your m. Keep it. Slope has to be a top and a bottom. It can't be that 1 1/3 crap. Okay. So y equals m times x plus b. Now my b, I have the y-axis. That should end up being -3. Okay. Exactly. Okay. So 4/3. We'll put 1 in for y, 3 in for x. 4/3 times 3. Okay. That's going to be 4. It's b plus 4. You can see the divide by 3 times 3 just cancels. So minus 4, and you get negative 3, just like we suspected. So that's your slope-intercept. Y equals 4/3 x minus 3 if it's plus negative 3. Now, bring that over here. And we again have that bottom, so we need to get rid of this 3 by timesing everything by 3. Now you don't have to do this if there's nothing on the bottom, as we saw with the second problem. So 3y. So I take 3 times 4/3, and that's 4x. And then minus 9, negative 9, same thing. So negative 9 just stays over here. Then I bring the 4x across the equals where it goes from positive to negative. Now if it's a negative over there, it becomes a positive when it moves over here. Now the 3y doesn't change because I'm keeping it on the side of the equals it's already on. Okay, so negative 4x plus 3y equals negative 9. Okay. The point of this, don't ask me.